again. If there's one thing every novel or short story needs, it's supporting characters. Yes, every story. Even stories where you think there aren't supporting or secondary characters, there are. Even a story as minimalist as A Telephone Call by Dorothy Parker, which is just a young girl's internal monologue while waiting for the phone to ring, has the man she's waiting on. Most of the time, the formation of a supporting cast evolves naturally from two things: the main character and the story you want to tell. Going back to The Telephone Call, the nature of the story Parker wanted to tell led to the creation of the boyfriend. This is not a chicken or the egg scenario. The story dictated that he exist. Let's use an example. Let's say you want to pen a coming-of-age story about a young boy. The type of story you're going to tell will dictate the characters that fill little Clifford's world. For example, is it a heartwarming tale like Stand By Me? Then he's going to need a group of plucky friends to help him grow. What's that you say? He has no friends. Then he'll need a family. What's that you say? He's an orphan. Then how about bullies, or a priest, or a nun? The plot of your novel is what dictates which of any of these groups comes into play. Going back to those plucky friends, you can populate that group however you wish. You don't have to follow those accepted tropes of nerd, minority, tough kid, obligatory female. They can be all those things, or they can be all nerds, like in The Dangerous Lives of Altar Boys. All females, like... Has that not been done? I'm writing that down. There's a novel in that. The point is, they don't have to be tropes or cliches. That's for you to decide as you flesh them out and as the story progresses. Just don't forget why they're there, and it's right there in the name. Supporting. Make sure they don't overshadow or take over the story. If they do, you may want to re-examine who your main character is, or possibly excise them completely into their own story or novel. And this is not a bad thing. It just means that everything has to serve the story, and that you need to remember that. Also, try to eliminate redundancy. The reason the one nerdy kid trope exists is that 5 of them becomes redundant. Why do they exist? If there's not a reason, they need to be merged together. But don't spend too much time worrying about all this stuff. It all develops fairly naturally while you're writing, and if you feel like your secondary characters are falling a bit flat, don't distress. Keep writing. That's what second drafts are for. Don't keep editing your first chapter over and over again. Finish it first, and then reevaluate after. As always, thanks for watching this, and keep writing.